Hey everyone, welcome to tonight's bbcan 9 episode chat.
It's episode 4. Last time, Austin won the HOH, and she nominated Kiefer and Josh. Boo!
So, most people were wanting Josh to go, but Kiefer on the down low was... Austin on the down low was wanting Kiefer to go because she was worried that he doesn't like her and that he was rooting against her during the HOH competition.
Did she send him a note that said, "Do you like me? Circle yes or no," and send it back ASAP?
I mean, it's at this point in the game where you're going to feel weird about whoever you haven't really talked game with yet, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, Josh wants to stay, and he's going to do everything weird in his power to do it.
It worked last week, right?
That's right. But Kiefer feels pretty good next to Josh because Josh is pretty much a freak.
But in the best way.
In a great way.
We love Josh.
In a great way, but apparently not a big fan in this house.
But Kiefer,
which really sucks.
Yeah, Kiefer's also feeling good because he's got a lot of numbers behind him. He's part of this big alliance, which we'll get to in a minute, but he's got a lot of friends all over. Yeah.
Austin's pretty much... Right?
Yeah.
Austin's pretty much playing it safe, too. I mean...
What has she even done this week? Honestly, like, looking back, I feel like...
Low-hanging fruit, honey.
The first HOH usually gets involved in, like, so many different alliances and makes so many different connections, gets so much information, but I feel like Austin hasn't really done that this week.
You did nothing, honey.
She didn't really take advantage of this, like, week 1 HOH situation.
All right, let's talk about the Sunsetters.
Okay.
It's exactly a minute.
Yeah, so this is the big alliance that's running the show so far. It's 6 people.
Right.
We've got Latoya, Tina, Kiefer, Beth, Jed, and
Great. All my favorites.
I mean, I love, actually, the Latoya and Tina show. I love listening to those two talk strategy because... they have such, like, level heads. They're very clear in what they're saying. Like, I love listening to them.
I feel like Latoya is such a low-key assassin, though.
Oh, yeah.
She's just like, we're gonna kill them.
No! In the game.
Yeah. Of course.
Yeah. I'm just making that clear.
Yeah.
You never know what people are gonna run with these days.
She's just very, like... Is she on heavy sedation a lot of the time?
She's got a very calm, like, soothing voice. That's another reason I love listening to her and Tina. Yeah.
Just like...
You look angry there. I don't know how soothing that is. But yeah, anyway.
Does she always look angry? To me, she does. She just looks like...
I don't think so. But, yeah.
Maybe it's because she's a cop.
Maybe. She's
Cops
giving
are
off
us.
cop vibes.
Cops are us.
This group, they're feeling really good about their situation because they feel like no one's going to expect them working together. Mm-hmm. They have so many different personality types in this one alliance.
Who would... you know what? Is it true, though? Nobody at home would expect it, but people in the house who are...
It's working.
Is it working?
It's working so far.
All right, well... Austin and Kiefer have a little chat, and...
They're trying to clear the air here.
She's trying to backpedal. She's trying to walk back this nomination because she's hoping that he's going to stay, and if he does...
I mean, sort of. She did want him out. Like, it's kind of weird. But you got to be careful when you're the HOH and make sure that you're still good with the 2 nominees, if you can.
Week 1, jury management in its best. In all of its glory. So, Kiefer's really worried that if Josh wins the POV, the guys that could potentially be going up against him, he's not going to survive.
Yeah, I mean, if somebody does win the power of veto, Austin doesn't have a lot of people to choose from as a replacement nominee because she can only pick from Team Defender.
And it's only popular kids left, pretty much. Do you want to be popular?
No. Okay.
All right, well, we've got our first... showmans. And by showmans, I mean meet me in a dumpster in the dark.
Guys, Beth is, like, really annoying so far. I'm sorry.
Well, we didn't even say. It's Beth and Ty.
Yeah. so far.
He's into her at night when no one else is watching, or like when everybody else is asleep.
They're like a nighttime showmance for the most part.
When no one's around and they're sinking into the couch cushions.
But yeah, Beth keeps saying that she's using this for game, but I'm pretty sure she's also like into Ty for real.
Whatever.
I think there's going to be some new developments about that showmance tomorrow, but we'll see what happens.
All right, well, it's the rap show.
Oh boy, oh my god, they were working on this rap for hours.
I thought it was good. Hey, it was no, I'm a lyrical genius, I got a big weenus.
It was no Caleb and Zach going back and forth on season 16, but will we ever have that again?
Hell
Probably
no.
not.
It's good and bad.
It was a lot. But my favorite part was something that did not make the show, but it was on the feeds. There was this one time when they were going through. So if you notice, I believe it was Brayden who followed Kiefer. And one time, Brayden called Kiefer Queefer. And it cracked everybody up, and it was a lot of fun.
Okay, that's fair. All right, so...
wait. One of my other favorite things about this rap.
Yeah.
So you know how they would all like fall over after Beth with the bad breath thing?
Mm-hmm.
There's this one clip of them like all falling over. I think it was in the kitchen. And I can't remember who it was on Twitter, but some amazing person on Twitter put together the Karen clip where she's like this. And then it shows them all falling over. And it's amazing.
Nice.
Yes.
All right, so... These guys are, like, way too into themselves. There was a discussion with Jed and Ty about...
maintaining their hair.
How are we going to get our hair cut in this house? And I guess they didn't want LaToya to do it because she's got no hair. Or I mean, it's funny that the guys are, like, worried about their hair and LaToya has no hair.
Mm. Well, I really enjoyed...
It's very freeing,
I really enjoyed Victoria's story about when she was getting her weave done and she was telling her hairdresser to make it, like, as tight as possible.
Right, because it's got to last a long time.
It was a lot of fun. I'm glad that we are hearing different voices and different viewpoints on this show this season.
Love it.
Love that.
And I have to say, I really do enjoy LaToya's hair.
Yeah.
It takes... a lot of confidence to have a hairstyle or a not hairstyle like that. And she has got a gorgeous damn head. If I were to do that, it would not be pretty like hers. So, yeah, I'm a little bit envious.
Do you feel like you'd look like Humpty Dumpty?
A little bit, but like I don't think I have a nice smooth
Not everybody has
head like that.
The head for that.
Yeah, you got to have a good head for that.
Mm-hmm.
And she does.
Oh,
all right, so
anyway, it's time for the POV player picks.
And the HOH is not competing.
Yeah.
Not.
They have done that on Canada in the past. And I have to say, it's not my favorite. I wish they would give the HOH the opportunity to play.
I don't really care.
Okay.
So, Austin picks first, and she picks Victoria. Nice. And then Kiefer picks... Who is
Tara.
it? Oh! And then Josh.
House Guest Choice! He was very excited for that. But the sad thing is, he didn't have anybody that he could really trust to, like, play for him. So he ended up picking Tina because he figured maybe he could beat her.
She's weak.
Which I don't think is necessarily true,
no,
but...
It's not, but out of...
When you're going up against all these other, like, super athletes, then yeah.
Athletes and models. Mm-hmm. All right, so... Tina, LaToya, Kiefer...
They're all talking. Kiefer's freaking out.
He is freaking out.
He's really nervous about this POV. He's really nervous about Josh.
What am I going to do if Josh wins the POV?
Yeah.
Oh, no! So, Josh can't win.
Yeah,
you can't let him win.
Calm down. We got the numbers. It's going to be fine.
Except, Josh, please win. We want you to stay, Josh.
I know. Okay, so then, Rohan is also kind of nervous. He was talking to Tara, and he knows.
He knows he's going to be the one to go up if somebody wins
If either
POV.
of them come down, he's probably going to be the one going up. So
he's trying to get Tara to win the POV to keep him safe.
Well, because they have a pretty good working relationship. They're kind of like working together with there's this alliance with, I keep wanting to call Kyle Mike for some reason, with Kyle, Ro, Tara, and Tina, sort of.
What's that called?
I don't think they have a name for it. I don't think they do. I don't know.
They would never allow that in BBUS. They would say, you gotta pick a name now!
And it's gotta be dumb. Yeah. But yeah, no, they're kind of working together, so he's like, yeah, win the veto and leave the nominations the same so I'll be safe. And Tara's like, we'll see.
I think they're an unlikely duo.
Well, they're not really a duo.
They're an unlikely friendship. Alright, so there's children giggling over the speakers, and I felt like it was... What?
I don't like that. I don't like children giggling like that. It's creepy.
Oh.
It's like a horror movie.
I thought you were like, no, you can't say that.
No.
Alright, so...
That wasn't for you. That was for the children giggling.
It reminded me of that episode of Portlandia where it was like a giggle like all the time during the episode.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Alright, so that means that the ball pit is open!
Oh boy. So everybody was pretty excited about it.
Yeah.
For the most part. They're all like diving in there. I was shook when I saw how deep the balls were.
That was really deep. What is it, like 3 foot?
It's gotta be
deep?
like 3 No, it's gotta be like 3 feet. It's wild.
Yeah. And you know who hates it? LaToya.
I just gotta give so much props to the camera people, the editors for capturing the magic between people that were really excited about it, like like Victoria, or there were a lot of people jumping around and like diving in.
Yeah.
And then they go over to LaToya, who's just like... It was amazing. It was amazing.
She doesn't like it, okay?
Yeah.
I don't blame her either. I don't want to sleep in there. My biggest fear would be drowning in those balls. Just drowning.
Like the plastic smell.
Or like I'm under the balls and somebody comes in and does a freaking cannonball and like breaks my head open.
I mean, I guess if you're sleeping in there, it'd probably be smart to go into like one of the corners or something, or like on the edge.
I guess. I don't
far away from the door. But
I would want to put my blanket on top of the balls and try and make like some sort of a blanket ball raft.
Yeah. Nobody's sleeping in there yet. They don't have any have-nots this week, but I think the fun will begin next week. So we'll see what's going on with that.
Who cares? It's time for the POV.
Okay.
And how annoying was Beth as the Apple host? Don't upset the apple cart!
I know that I have an annoying voice myself, but like... Beth was a lot in this competition. It was a lot.
Alright, so this is fun because usually they have the people in the competition going on a little ramp, but this time the wheelbarrows had to go on a little ramp.
Yeah, this was like a double whammy because it was like a balance thing for the wheelbarrow and for like
the apples.
So that was fun. Yeah. So you had to drive your wheelbarrow over this like curvy, windy balance beam.
And it's completely flat on the top.
Yeah. To get to the other side.
Right.
And then you had to stack apples onto your wheelbarrow, and you could only add 5 at a time. And then you had to bring it back to your fruit stand. And then you could go back and get more. So you're not transferring the apples to another location. Right. They're staying on your wheelbarrow. So you have to be slow and steady on that balance beam.
I would have cheated a little bit.
Oh?
I would have smushed down my apples a little bit so that they... I would have been like, I'm going to put this one on.
Oh,
sorry.
Jeez.
I'm going to put this one on.
I wonder if you were allowed to do that, or they would have been like, excuse me, no.
They were probably like, you can't do this.
Yeah, maybe.
But I just would have been like, you know.
Then you would have been disqualified.
Well, I would have done it so cash that they wouldn't have noticed, but...
All right. Well, what was the time limit on this? Was it 30 minutes?
30 minutes, yeah.
They had 30 minutes to lock in whatever they thought would win. You know, whatever amount they thought would win.
Yeah. I like those ones where they have to, like, make a guess and, like, lock it in.
Like, is this going to be enough?
Yeah.
Kind of thing. Yeah.
Well, Kiefer was doing really good. He had quite a few apples piled up. He was going really slow. He got to the point where he was like, should I continue or should I?
Yeah, he was kind of waiting around for a while to see how everybody else was doing. Because he was far enough ahead that he could do that.
And he was going to do one more. But then his apple started falling off, and he was like,
no.
I'm good.
Yeah. Josh had a very interesting approach to this.
He spent the first 15 minutes, pretty much, culling through the apples, trying to find the flattest ones. Mm-hmm. Maybe he was pushing them down a little bit, too. I don't know.
But everyone was like, what are you doing?
Yeah, I was like, oh man, you're gonna run out of time before you even went like one trip. But he had a plan, and he was looking really solid.
Yeah.
And he also had a little apple mishap, but he still had a very nice pile of apples.
He really used all of the time too, because when he finally buzzed in, it was like with 1 second left on the clock.
Was
and
it
everyone
really?
was just like, ah!
Well, you know what I did not like?
I do know, yes.
I did not like the people on the sidelines, like, making it,
very clear
abundantly clear that they want him to go.
Yeah. They were rooting for, like, everyone else except for him. They were all, like, excited when his apples were falling off. It was very, very sad.
That just is not, it's so uncool.
Yeah, that's not cool.
It's so uncool, Countess. Mm-hmm. All right, so,
let's talk about the totals.
Well, Tara sucked the most.
She said she's never used a wheelbarrow before, so she had a really tough time with this one.
So, but still, respectable 17.
Yeah, she wasn't that far off.
Everybody, buzzed in with something, and there wasn't really a lot of...
There weren't any complete disasters here.
Victoria had 20. There was a tie between Tina and Josh, and they never said how many, but... wouldn't that have sucked if it was 30 because Kiefer had 31?
That'd be wild. But yeah, Kiefer was the big winner here with 31 apples, and he had quite the celebration.
It was like the bowling celebration.
Oh my god, if you guys have never seen it, look up Peter Weber. He was a bowler. I think he still bowls. I don't know. But he had some crazy ass celebration like years and years and years ago where he was like, who do you think you are? I am! I just did that! And it was on that level where he's like,
hi to Kawhi or die!
You're gonna punch me in the faces now. Yeah, so it was over the top, but he was very, very excited to win that safety for himself this week.
All right, so we revisit Rohan and Tara. Oh my god, what do I do?
Also, like, Josh is not giving up. He's gonna do what he can to stay this week.
Right.
He's not giving up.
But Rohan is like...
Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit.
Yeah. You freaking didn't win the POV. Now what am I going to do? What are we going to do? What are we going to do? We're going to go to Austin, tell her to put somebody else up, not me.
He's going to see if he can try and get Jed up on the block.
Oh.
Good luck, because Austin is working with Jed.
Right. All right, so Victoria is playing hockey against herself. I love these freaking hockey foosball type games. I always wanted this when I was a kid. Yeah. I never got one.
The fun thing, too, is that this one, the whole entire room lights up when somebody scores a goal.
Really?
Go!
Go! Yeah, Rangers.
We don't watch hockey,
we
don't.
Anyway,
we watch is that
people
your foot?
Watch hockey. Yeah, get off.
Ew! Sorry.
All right, so...
But yeah, I love Victoria. Don't change Victoria. You're amazing.
Yeah, she's a lot of fun.
I love when she high-fived herself, especially.
Yes.
Good times.
All right, so...
Back to the game.
Josh is campaigning to Kyle. What a waste of time.
Now, this is interesting because Josh is trying to get up on the block against somebody who's not Rohan. So he's trying to help Rohan out, and Kyle is super tight with Rohan. But Kyle's just like, I don't want to hear it. Like, what are you even saying, Josh?
Kyle, shut up. You were almost not on the show, so just, like, stop.
Can we have the other Kyle more? But anyway, yeah, so...
I feel like we haven't seen anything of Kyle lately.
I've seen enough on the feeds. No, he's not terrible, but, like, I don't know. So anyway, Josh is trying also to get a strong physical player up on the block, aka Jed, without saying his name. Okay, so then Tara and Austin, they're talking.
Yes. And
she's like, why don't you put up Jed?
Yeah. And she's like,
I gotta think about it.
Yeah. Just don't, whatever you do, don't put up Rohan.
Mm-hmm.
Put somebody else up.
Right out for Rohan.
Like Jed. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
All right. Which is funny because there's a house meeting later on and it's like...
Guys, be ready because there's a house meeting coming. Again, your foot.
No, that wasn't my foot.
Okay. There is a house meeting coming up. It should be on tomorrow's episode, so be ready. But
maybe not.
Yeah. Austin and Brayden were also strategizing. And again, Austin was all like, should I backdoor Latoya?
And Brayden's like, I totally was going to tell you to do that.
She's not going to do that, you guys. No way. But she seems jealous that Latoya is so close to Jed and Ty.
Yeah.
Because Austin also thinks that she's working with Jed and Ty. So there's some jealousy there.
A little bit.
But anyway.
It's time for the POV ceremony.
Okay.
Cut the lights. Hit the spot.
Who do you think you are?
Yeah,
I am. Kiefer
Right.
uses the POV on himself as expected.
And Austin puts up Rohan.
She took the easy way out. She was not going to do anything
As
crazy.
a pawn!
Yeah.
She made it abundantly clear. That also...
I did not like
very
that.
sucky. That's just like, as a pawn, here's Josh. Meh.
Yeah. But again,
Sorry.
Josh is not giving up. He's going to fight. He's going to do everything he can to stay.
I hope he becomes Chaos Josh.
I hope so.
That would be a lot of fun.
Yeah. But
Keep me. I'm insane.
Oh. Let us know what you guys think about all this in the comments. Thank you so much for watching.
We appreciate you, and until next time,
Much love.